This is where we come from. Yeah, we made it. Yeah, man, we are here. Training camp is here. The rookies report to training camp today. And the 2024 Detroit Lions NFL season is officially upon us. Now, training camp for season ticket holders is next Saturday, a week from today. We will be seeing Lions in their training gear at camp at Allen Park, man. Mind blown. And a week from Monday, yours truly will be there. Shout out to my man Jake Crawford for hooking me up, and everybody else that is offering me tickets, man. I definitely take you up on those offers. But here's a couple things that as we go into training camp that I'm looking for. One of the things is Dan Campbell said that we don't know who the starters are going to be on defense. And I think that means all around, right? Every layer. You've got the defensive line, you've got the linebackers and the secondary. I think we have an idea of who could start, but we don't know who officially is going to start, right? So the defense, how much improved will it be? Who's going to start? Now, of course, we won't get a full grasp of the defense until week 1. Then we can kind of know. Preseason is going to give us kind of those bubble guys, and training camp ain't going to mean nothing. But we're going to talk about it, though, right? So when it comes to the defense, how much has it improved? Who's going to be the starters? You would have to assume that our first round pick is going to be a starter. Terrion Arnold, he will be a starter. It's probably going to be him and Carlton Davis. But outside of those two, who'll be starting? Kirby Joseph, Ife Melifonwu, Amik Robinson, where's he's going to be? Brian Branch, right? So that's one thing that I'm looking for. Another thing that I'm looking for is the quarterback competition. Or is there really a quarterback competition when it comes to the number 2, the backup quarterback role? Is Hendon Hooker going to be ready to take the reins of backup, right? Or is he going to need some more time? Could the Detroit Lions be looking to add someone else, right? So Hendon Hooker and his growth, his maturity over year 1 to year 2, where are we at with that? Another thing I'm looking for is how is the offense going to be with the absence of Josh Reynolds? I saw an article from Pride of Detroit today to not count Antoine Green out as wide receiver number 3. And I'm like, that's kind of a big jump to go from wide receiver, like not even playing. His snaps were beyond mid. Like they were super low in 2023. So he's going to pass Khalif Raymond. He's going to pass Donovan Peoples-Jones and be the number 3 wide receiver. So who's going to be that number 3 wide receiver? I think it's going to take my honest opinion is it's going to be between Donovan Peoples-Jones and Khalif Raymond. I'm not too sure of that whole thing. So we shall see. So these are just a few things that I'm looking for. Is the offense going to be able to pick up where it left off? For 3 years. I had a smoothie and I put some pre-workout in there. And this is the stem version. So I got a stem and a non-stem. So my mind is like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Everyone loses their minds. Like that's where I'm at, right? So that forgive me for me being all over the place. But the offense from 2021 to 2022, specifically when St. Brown started coming on at the end of 2021, 2022, our offense could really compete with anybody. It was the defense, right? And then we get into 2023 and more, it's more of the same. It's pretty much the same thing. The defense got marginally better, right? We went from historically bad to marginally better in 2023. How big of a jump is the defense going to make? Now, these are all early questions that won't necessarily be answered in camp, right? They'll be going against the defense, will be going against our offense. I think that first week we have a joint practice with the Giants. So we'll be able to see like how things are going to go. What is it looking like early? Is the defense going to set the tone for the rest of training camp, the rest of preseason, and starting the season? That's what I want to see. I want to see the defense set the tone. The offense, we already know where it can be. We already know what they're going to do. To me, the offense is going to be even better, right? The biggest thing to me, I think on offense is there going to be a drop-off between losing Josh Reynolds and getting more snaps to Donovan Peoples-Jones, getting more targets, or whatever receiver we decide to bring in? Is there going to be a drop-off? Because in order for us to compete at the level we need to, like where we were last year, if our if our offense, which was ranked top 5 pretty much all season long, if our offense was like the number 1 offense in the league, I think we would have won the Super Bowl. I do. Even with the defense that we had. Defense, you need defense to compete. You need defense to make championships. But if our offense is super powered, then we might be able to pick up the slack of the defense, right? Now, I do think the defense is going to be overall better. I think that is, to me, that is the theme of 2024. Defense. Where is it? You guys know that I've been screaming about defense for years, literally screaming about defense, right? So how much is our defense, is it finally going to be where we can rely on it? Another thing I'm looking for at training camp is our kicking situation. During my live stream, I said that I think it's automatic at this point, in my opinion, outside of a catastrophic just implosion of Jake Bates, he will be our kicker. Because if you put a guy like Jake Bates on the practice squad, he will not last. He will not last. Michael Badgley he comes, he goes. He's been around the world, right? So Michael Badgley you could afford to put him on the practice squad. I don't think Jake Bates makes it a week on the practice squad, right? Now the Lions can protect him for 4 games or whatever, but to me, what would how is Jake Bates going to be able to not only continue where he left off in the UFL, but also increase, up his game, work on that accuracy with the distance? If he does that, he literally could be one of the best kickers in the NFL. And I know that's a lot to put on him, but there's only a handful of guys that you can count on from distance and accuracy. Justin Tucker, Harrison Butker. I think that's the Chiefs kicker, right? So you can count on a handful of guys. That's it. Can Jake Bates, what kind of impact is Jake Bates going to make? So most of the stuff that you heard me say was on the defensive side of the ball. Who's going to be our starters? Is Hendon Hooker ready to be number 2? How much is the defense going to make jump overall, right? Jake Bates, what is he going to do? Is he really going to be what we think he can be? Which is, I think he's going to win the starting job. I just think it's almost a foregone conclusion just because of how risky it is to put him on the practice squad. In my opinion, he would have to absolutely suck not to make the team. Like this guy, I talked about it during the lead up to the Lions signing him. They immediately went out and got him. I don't think they're going to do all that and just let him go, right? So those are just some things that I'm thinking about as training camp gets started. I'm not really sure what comes out this week. I think the guys, they might do some practicing. And we should have some stuff from the Pride of Detroit guys and the guys that can be there. And then we get to see it ourselves come next Saturday. So let me know, are you going to be there next Saturday? Are you a loyal season ticket holder? If not, are you going to be there Monday? And if you're not going to be there Monday, what days do you plan to go? And also, I got to say this, man. If you're trying to sell Lions training camp tickets, I think you should be permanently banned from training camp forever, whether you're a season ticket holder or not. If you are trying to scalp season tickets, training camp tickets and sell them, which you got them for free, you should be banned from ever attending ever. That is just dirty. It's pathetic. And to me, it's less than pathetic. Like, you're talking about somebody, I haven't seen this per se. Somebody asked a question. Matter of fact, the Pride of Detroit guys actually said something in an article like, if you're scalping tickets, you're a loser. And I agree 100%. Then I saw another tweet that was like, would you be a bad person if you sold training camp tickets? Absolutely. 100%. This is not a garage sale where you go and you buy something at $1 and you resell it at 10. This is not a garage sale. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely pathetic if you even think about selling training camp tickets, which you got for free. That's despicable you. All right. So that's what that would be. But anyway, got an update on the FANATIC situation. We are going to try. I'm going to put this. I haven't talked to them yet to hunker down and get all the times and stuff like that. But the plan is to do a show from FANATIC. I believe it's going to be the Garden City location on Friday. This is training camp eve when, when the fans and stuff can go. We'll have a special discount while I'm there. So I'm putting it out there now that if you live close, man, try to come on Friday. Maybe we'll have it. Maybe we'll do it after work. I think we should do it after work when people would get off, but I'll touch base with them. We'll chop it up, figure out a good time. But that's the tentative plan, is to do a live broadcast from the store in Garden City, as far as I know, on training camp eve. And then we have something planned for the Sunday. No, I'm sorry. The game is on a Sunday. The Saturday before our home opener, that we do something as well. All right. So we might even do something during the preseason. So just wanted to put it out there so you guys won't be caught off guard. But let me know your thoughts. What are you looking forward to for training camp? What are you expecting? What do you expect to come out of training camp? That's what is I think my primary kind of focus is going to be the defense, specifically the defensive line. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You guys are awesome, man. This channel is brought to you by viewer subscribers and members just like you. Take care of yourself and each other. Football is back, baby. I say, we are back, man. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Man, never take any pre-workout before you make a video. Crazy. Everyone, you lose their minds. I'll see y'all later, man.